Good morning. I had a conversation with a guy on Baker Street. Really cool dude. I'm gonna definitely learn some things from him. He's got some very important things to teach. And we were talking, and I got passionate, and I swore throughout the F word, as I do occasionally, as you've seen in some of my videos if you watch them. So I think to myself, when I swore in front of him, he's like, "Oh, don't swear," and I was like, and I said, "Well, to be honest, there's correlation between truth and people that swear, right? Like truthful people and people that swear, because swears are like intuitive, and it when I think about the polarities and how like good and evil, and we can't really tell which one is which unless we see the whole picture. And when we understand the polarities, we'd understand that like an intuitive feeling, an intuitive thing, if you're like editing that out, then maybe you're holding something in, because there was something that needed to come out there. So I understand we don't want to like have people swearing all the time, but we also need to know that we're sharing this space. I can share my internal psyche with my environment, which you share your internal psyche with the same environment as me. So if I'm passionate about something and I swear, we have to just let that swear go, because if you're saying no to me, don't swear, I say, well, no, I'll swear because it came out that way, right? So no, I'll speak my words, and I'll take responsibility for them. I'll even say sorry if I didn't mean to swear, because I don't really want to be swearing. However, I'm not going to edit my words around people, and I definitely don't like the idea of somebody, telling me not to swear, right, when we're in the middle of a conversation, because all that does is throws a roadblock in the middle of a conversation instead of continuing it forward. I do understand, like you, we don't want to like teach kids these behaviors, but also I don't want people to be editing what they're saying. Instead, like if I was to avoid that swear, that means I would be like editing the words as they come out. So I'd rather the words come out honestly rather than edited. And I think about like when people go, Jesus Christ, right? And that's into a lot of fundamental Christians, or just Christians, that's like a sin. Well, again, that's an intuitive thing. So no, it's not a sin. And you don't think that the Dark Father is the one that says, don't question what I say, and don't ever get mad at me because I'm the boss. That's dominance, right? So to teach like that like God or Jesus would be like, no, you never get to ever talk down to me, or you never get to ever have that, or question why something happened. So if you say Jesus Christ, it's like a reaction to something that happened, and it's like, so the dad would, a good father, the great father would be like, oh son, this happened because of this, right? And most people, after they get mad, they do realize what happened, and then they calm down, right? So that is, we are creations of the one consciousness, so that shows you that's what the Father says. So if we're going to pathologize people for like saying holy hell, well, for example, that one's awesome. That one's the darkness and the light together, right? And to me, if people are doing this intuitively, and we're sharing that space with other people, then just let it fly and continue the conversation. And we also have to remember, when a lot of times when we push somebody to not do something, and they're a rebellious person, and people like there's so many now, especially with all the freedom fighters, everyone's rebellious. Then they're gonna do the thing you're telling them not to do more, right? It's like telling the kid, don't smoke weed when they're a kid or whatever, or like they're hiding their stash from them instead of and what that does is makes them curious, and then as soon as they can get some, they smoke some, right? Instead, if they educated the kid and said, hey, this is a very special medicine, it is so complex that it's something that that children don't deal with, only adults deal with. There is some of these plants that kids can have, and that's this stuff that we give you over here, the 20-1 CBD. But what I'm doing here is for for me, and it's for my medicine. It's not a medicine that you need. Then they go, oh, okay, and then also you kind of say it's really complex, and because of that, it can be dangerous, right? But because I understand it, I'm not in danger using it. But that's why only adults use it. And what you've done is that's called healthy fear, okay? They're going to respect that plant because you didn't hide it from them. You hide it from them and then you come in smiling every time you go outside. They're going to be like, what is Dad doing out there? And then they're going to want to try, huh? So let's think about these things. If we don't want a pathological family, community, and world, then let's be transparent, right? And let's not demonize or pathologize a person for a trait that you feel a little uncomfortable about, unless it literally is objectively let's say objectively in the room, the people that are in the room are all like, whoa, what was that? Then you guys can. But sometimes we have to just know we are sharing this environment with everybody's psyche. Much love.